to Tampa Bay's entrepreneurial community and highlights our community leaders, aiming to inspire and educate our listeners. Become a part of the entrepreneurial movement today by becoming a member of the Tampa Bay Business Owners and get your brand on air today. Visit TampaBayRadio.com for more information. All shows available on demand. Now, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And welcome to the second hour of That Business Show. Now with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. That was a good first hour there. Kelly, what do you think there? You even got a prize.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Well, I don't know if it's a prize, a gift.
A prize.
Yeah, Martha and Tim, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, they gave me a box. Wonderful. I'm so excited. I can't wait to go home and try to use it.
Yeah, an interesting creation. It's always nice to see the inventors out there. I think
I
so
love
often.
it.
So many of the people that come through the program are service-based because a lot of our industry or a lot of the economy is moving to service-based, and we forget about the inventors out there and stuff. So he was an inventor and created the Wonderfall machine, and check that out, mywonderfall.com. 50% off also for their first purchase. So it's a very timely interview too. That's a perfect holiday event idea right there.
Yeah, I'm excited. Through the week after Thanksgiving, I'll update everyone on how it works.
Yeah, Kelly's got one now.
I'm excited to use it. I just hope we can, that story helped inspire someone else that has all of us, that have those ideas in our mind and our heart, and that we'd go through with it and do something with it.
Very inspirational story about how the idea just came to him in his head, and that's happened to me a number of times too. Where I've been woken up out of my sleep with things like wow, and I've had to write stuff down before. But
I think unfortunately people think those are just your dreams. They're that's just a dream. It's just a dream. They're in your head for a reason. So realize that and act on it.
So when something pops into your head out of nowhere, maybe coming from a higher power. So take note of
there
that.
For a reason.
Move on it.
Absolutely.
It paid off well for Mr. Tim Pickens, again, creator of the Wonderfall machine, and learn more at mywonderfall.com. Yep. So it's time to bring in our next guest for the program. We're going to be talking about health and wellness with Sarah Bingham. She is the founder of Fast Food Healing, and learn more about her throughout the discussion at fastfoodhealing.com. She's also one of our newest TBBO members and a returning guest to the program. So Sarah, welcome to the program today.
Good morning, Sarah.
Hey, good to see you guys.
I wish you were in the studio with us.
I know. I'm up here in 5 inches of snow in Massachusetts. How about that?
That's exciting. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks so much. That's one of the reasons I moved to Tampa.
Exactly. But it's the holidays. Snow is pretty cool at the holidays.
Well, everybody's out here complaining about the 47-degree weather that they woke up to. So consider yourself, lucky that you're not down here. I guess in 47-degree weather, now you're in snow. So I'd rather see some snow out there if we got the cold weather. But, what can we do? So the title of today's show is Hormone-Altering Chemicals That You Are Eating. If they can turn a boy frog into a girl frog, are you in jeopardy? I didn't know you could turn a boy frog into a girl frog, but we're going to find out.
You literally can. That boy frog can produce eggs. So
that's interesting.
I go back and forth because the field that I deal in can be so depressing given our current culture and what we do with the stuff we're putting in our mouths. But education, knowledge is power, and what I want to have the good news, and this needs to be the bad news and the good news radio station here, so that I'm going to give you the bad news, but I'm also going to give you the good news on how you really can avoid a grand majority of these and take steps in your life so that you're not unwittingly altering your hormones. Now, hormones are a huge issue today. I don't know about you, but I want you to think about your friends. About every other person is dealing with some kind of thyroid issue, as far as I can tell. Thyroid issues, hormonal imbalances. Here are all the things that endocrine disruptors, which are chemicals that are in our food system, water system, one way or another. Here are all the things that they can do. They can increase the production of certain hormones. They can decrease the production of others. They can imitate hormones. They can turn one hormone into another. They interfere with hormone signaling. They can tell cells to die prematurely. They compete with essential nutrients, and they bind to essential hormones, or they can accumulate in your organs that produce hormones. So other than that, they're just great to have around.
So that's what's wrong with me. Now I get it. Now I've had a thyroid problem and dealt with for years. Actually, it started from pregnancy when I was my youngest is 16. But for some reason during the pregnancy, I ended up with thyroid issues. And they remember the doctor telling me that typically like 99%, 95% of the people go back to normal after pregnancy. And then there's that 5% that just stay and have the thyroid issue down for the rest of your life. So and I was in that category. So,
and I want to challenge that very term that you just said. Oh, now I have a hormone thyroid issue for the rest of my life. And that is not the case. And I have just begun to collaborate with Dr. Jordan Axe, who is opening a practice here in Tampa, who reversed his own Hashimoto's thyroid condition. Hashimoto's is a autoimmune condition where you're attacking your own thyroid. We've unfortunately believed for way too long that things like this, diabetes, hormone issues, are unreversible, and that is not the case. There are many people who are reversing these things right, left, and center, and they are reversing it using a ton of food remedies, basically, and really working your diet and working your lifestyle. And part of that lifestyle is getting the chemicals out of your life so that they're not interfering with your body's ability to handle the hormones.
So potentially, there could be a point where I wouldn't need the medication the rest of my life if indeed I was following the patterns like you're referencing. Potentially,
right. If you're doing the classic American diet, you'll probably need the hormones for the rest of your life.
Well, you and I both know I'm on that diet for sure. We're going to work on that.
So
that's right.
What are these? What are these endocrine disruptors then? Are they in foods that are artificially produced, or where are they coming from?
They're coming from a whole lot of places. Like one of them, let's start with BPA. Now, we all have been, alerted that BPA is in cans and in, we got to watch baby, any kind of plastic containers has BPA. But what's interesting is, well, first of all, just to let you know, BPA is a synthetic hormone, and it tricks the body into believing that it's the real thing. So that's the biggest issue, with BPA.
BPA is a new term to me. Is this also found on the ingredients? Is that an acronym for something else that I may be familiar with? I'm not familiar with BPA.
No kidding. All right, Mr. Jamie. Okay.
No. And I know a lot of stuff too. I'm not familiar with BPA.
Okay. BPA stands for, it's biphenyl something. And no, it is not right. It's not labeled. It's not on the label of anything, but it is part of the lining of cans. Any kind of canned food in the past has had BPA in it. And if you start looking now at canned foods and at plastic products for children, et cetera, it will say BPA free, because we were alerted that this is an issue. It's been linked to everything from breast and other cancers to reproductive problems, obesity, early puberty, and heart disease.
Is this related to the aluminum issue? Because I've heard about the argument about the aluminum in cans. Is that related, or is that separate?
No, completely separate.
Okay.
This is a plastic. It's a derivative of the plastic industry. 93% of Americans have BPA in their body. So if you've had any kind of food that's in a can, especially that has a plastic lining to it, you've been eating BPA. If you're storing your food in plastic containers, you've got BPA. If you are handling receipts all day long, most of the thermal receipts have BPA in them. So this is the fallout from us using all these petroleum byproducts. They do mimic hormones, and they're getting us into trouble. So now everyone is feeling like, oh, great, I have my BPA-free plastic containers. If you look at Rubbermaid or, Tupperware or things like that, they all pride themselves that they are BPA-free.
Well, you'd be excited to know that I don't know if you're watching the live feed or not, but I don't have the top on my coffee, so there's no plastic top. I learned that from you, like last time you were on the show. I take the lid off and I do not use the plastic top to the coffee anymore. So
Proud of you.
There's so much to know. Like you're talking about receipts and all these different things, and there's so much to know. So I think, we don't want to overwhelm everybody either, but we all have to, we can start somewhere, whether it's by the plastic tops or, with eliminating stuff here or there.
Well, exactly. And if you're running a business where you're handling receipts all day long, you need to get the paper that's BPA free.
Oh,
so,
that's an
things
option.
like that. It's like that will add up over time. Cancer is not very helpful when you're trying to run a business.
I imagine so. Now, BPA, dioxin, atrazine, those are two other endocrine disruptors. Where are those coming from?
These are also I wanted to alert people that if it says BPA free, there's also BPF, BPS.
Oh, no.
BPD. So the bottom line is, don't be eating out of plastic. Now, what are people doing? They're boiling their vegetables in a plastic net. Think about it. Think about Keurigs.
Does the hot water help that at all?
The Keurig thing. Think about the Keurig machines.
Oh, let's not talk about that because I love my Keurig machine. Please don't.
Listen, I won't talk about it if you don't mind getting cancer. If
Oh,
right.
no.
Get it? So let's move on to dioxin. I want you all to start thinking about what you're putting in your mouth. I was just at this high level, great millennial, new kind of business, where they were rocking it. And in their cafeteria, they had the Keurig type machine. Even teas were in a container, a plastic container that hot water was running through. So there's just no way that you weren't eating all kinds of who knows what, petrochemicals. Got it? All right, so I want you all to start thinking about what you're doing on a daily basis. Right, a couple times a year, not a problem, but what are you doing day in and day out? That will affect your life eventually, and cancer and hormone dysregulation is not fun. All right, dioxin.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, you hear, I keep seeing commercials about hormone replacement. I have no idea what that means, but I keep seeing them a lot. What does that mean? Do you replace your hormones? How do you replace hormones?
Well, yeah. Are you taking a hormone right now?
Oh, no. No, I'm not. I don't even know what hormone. I mean, all I know is like when you have PMS, they think, oh, she's hormonal. Honestly, that's about the only thing I know about hormones.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're not producing enough thyroid hormone, you have low thyroid condition. They replace it with hormone. They give you hormone.
Oh, estrogen. Is it estrogen a hormone?
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard of that.
If you're low in estrogen, if you're low in testosterone, if you're low in thyroid hormone, they will give you the hormone. That's called hormone replacement because your body, for whatever reason, is not producing enough. And one of the myriad reasons of why that might be happening is because you're being exposed to too many of these chemicals that are interfering with your body's ability to produce the normal hormones that it would produce.
Currently, hold that point there, Sarah. We got to take a commercial break. We're talking again to Sarah Bingham, licensed nutritional consultant and founder of Fast Food Healing. So if you could use her services, give her a call at 813-321-5303 or visit fastfoodhealing.com. Coming back from the break, she's going to share with us what breast milk and polar bears have in common on That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
How many times have you said to yourself, I wish there was an app for that? Stop wishing and start making the world better. Turn your brilliant idea into a profitable business by using Popcorn apps. Their affordable app design will help get your blue sky idea or proven business to the next level at a fraction of the cost of other developers. They will help you get through all the steps needed to make your thoughts become live. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
Teresa Turner is a certified public accountant and the founder of Tax Happens, a boutique-style CPA firm providing small businesses and individuals with hands-on, personalized tax and accounting services. Although we would love to tell you how happy their clients are, we would like you to see for yourself. Tax Happens has 21 Google reviews and a 4.8-star Google rating, 17 Yelp reviews and a 5-star Yelp rating, 38 Facebook reviews and a 4.9-star Facebook rating. What sets Tax Happens apart is number 1, upfront pricing, 2, clear deadlines, 3, personally available year-round, and number 4, a willingness to empower clients to do as much or as little as they desire. Visit taxhappens.com for more information.
Have you ever tried to buy a home for your family only to find out that you don't qualify for a mortgage loan? You thought that after 20 years as a customer of your bank, they would help you when you needed it the most, right? Unfortunately, the banks of today are not the banks of our parents and grandparents, and our relationships with them just don't matter anymore. My name is Frank Cotto, and I'm the president of the Lincoln Lending Group. We all may need a bank, but we also need a Frank. And that's what I'm here to do for you today. Lincoln Lending Group will waive all of your lending fees, which include your mortgage, application fee, your underwriting fee, processing fees, and any bank points. Just call 813-MORTGAGE. You drop the E, and we'll drop the fee.
In an age when the good and the better vie for attention, it is the best that stands out. The best of Tampa Bay from Proudly Florida is the love story for the city of Tampa, celebrating success, sharing achievements, a tribute to enterprise and community spirit. Let Proudly Florida showcase your business to your city, your nation, and the world. For more information, email info@proudlyflorida.com and be sure to visit proudlyflorida.com. If you've been following That Business Show on Facebook and Twitter, you may have noticed the quality of some of our images. That's because one of our sponsors is pro photographer Rick Taseda, a member of the Professional Photographers of America. You can view his extensive work by going to his website at ricktaseda.com or call him for an appointment to chat about your photography needs at 813-641-4757. That's 813-641-4757. Rick Taseda Visuals. Call him for your next event or project.
Savvy business owners utilize technology to connect with customers, communicate among teams, and collaborate with partners. Even with advances in technology, you all know it's not infallible. Where do you turn when your technology starts working against you? Who do you depend on to keep your team productive? Don't wait until your technology fails you. Get ahead of the crisis and contact the professionals at Alpha Computing Solutions so they can show you how to keep your technology running smoothly. Visit them online at www.alphacomputing.com.
Who doesn't have a smartphone these days? And of course, there's an app for everything. Well, almost everything. That's why the folks at Popcorn Apps started developing mobile applications. They saw people like you with genius ideas, unable to make those thoughts a reality. They develop applications for tens of thousands of dollars less than you'll find anywhere else, and will turn your idea into a reality in a matter of just a few months. Think you're not ready? Think again. They are your one-stop shop for mobile application development. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
From the Spectrum Traffic Center.
Just some minor delays on the interstates. Westbound I-4 approaching downtown Tampa. Also southbound 275 still a bit slow between Fletcher Avenue and Hillsborough. Slow traffic on the Courtney Campbell Causeway eastbound direction from before the Little Bridge to Rocky Point. And a crash in Pasco County on southbound Little Road approaching Ridge. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson Udrich. Hillsborough traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Foundation for a Better Life.
Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Hi, neighbor.
Mr. Rogers passed along friendship, hoping we would too. Friendship. Pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life at Values.com.
Chilly in the morning and then mostly sunny and warmer with a high 75. Tonight, not as cool, mostly clear, low 59. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high 78.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And welcome back to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. Talking to Sarah Bingham, founder and licensed nutritional consultant of Fast Food Healing. Learn more at fastfoodhealing.com. So, Sarah, what do breast milk and polar bears then have in common?
Here's an interesting study. In 1999, Swedish scientists were studying women's breast milk and discovered something totally unexpected. They discovered that the milk contained an endocrine-disrupting chemical found in fire retardants, and the level has been doubling every 5 years since 1972. All right, so now we've got all these fire retardants in babies' clothes, in furniture, and carpets. The stuff is called PBDE, polybrominated diphenyl ethers.
Is that so it's not flammable?
Yeah, retardant of fire. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, they retard if fire starts. It's not going to get going quite as fast.
Okay.
And what we're finding is it's contaminating the bodies of people and wildlife around the globe because it gets into our environment. So they've found it in polar bears and they've found it in all kinds of wildlife, literally around the world. And these are chemicals that imitate thyroid hormones and disrupt their activity. Again, thyroid issues are mounting. Hormonal imbalances are. It's literally at an epidemic portion now. And what can they do? Well, they lead to lower IQ, among other significant health effects. And now, but the good news is several kinds of these have been phased out, but that doesn't mean that they have gone away. Again, we've got to understand, they've checked the cord blood of newborns today. The average cord, blood in the umbilical cord of a newborn has over 200 toxins in it. So, we have the myth that a baby is born as a beautiful, pristine, clean,
healthy,
functioning body, and that is not the case. Our babies are born with toxins in them already, and these are some of the toxins, the fire retardants. So what can we do to avoid them? That's really hard. We've got to support passing better chemical laws and really paying attention to what are they putting in your furniture, in your rugs, etc. And if you have a vacuum with a HEPA filter, that helps because that cuts down on the toxic-laden house dust.
Now, what about nonstick pans? I see you say they've been banned now, the nonstick pans? What's going on with that?
Was that Teflon?
I was under the impression that they had been banned, but I looked that up, and I could not see a confirmation on that. They are banned all over Europe, but here in the United States, we are always the last on that one.
What happens when you have one of those and, it's really old and all the stuff's peeling off of it, but you're still using it?
Yes, and guess who ate all that stuff that's peeling off of it?
Right, we are, right? Yeah, so we're just dying, right? There's no hope for us.
Actually, Kelly. I mean, take a look at how people age in this country. You've got thyroid disruption. You've got cancer. That's a pretty common way for people to go.
Yeah, I guess I never thought about all of these different factors.
And we got about a minute left, real quick. I want to touch on mercury because it plays a role in diabetes. Where are we getting the mercury from? Is that from all the fish?
Yes, mercury's in our water system, and if you're eating a lot of fish, especially shellfish, remember that shellfish are used it's what the EPA uses, actually, to figure out how toxic our oceans are. So mercury-contaminated seafood, it concentrates in the fetal brain and can interfere with brain development. Mercury is a known toxin, and it is all over the place. It can play a role in diabetes because it damages the cells in the pancreas that produce insulin. So, and it's critical for the body's ability to produce to metabolize sugar. So there is some sustainable seafood. You've got to really pay attention. You want to get wild seafood. Wild salmon is a good form. Farmed trout are good choices. That's actually one aspect where I would say farmed fish is okay. But shellfish, just understand that shellfish are concentrating all those toxins that we're putting into our environment. Oh. So the other thing in our last minute is eat tons of vegetables. Vegetables are loaded with fiber, and they move foods through your body.
All right, we got to wrap it up, Sarah. Thank you so much. A good discussion. Learn more about her at fastfoodhealing.com. Have a good day, Sarah. Thank you so much.
Happy Thanksgiving, Jamie. You take care, Kelly.
Thank you.
We'll be back in a moment.
Hi, I'm Kelly Ham from Bill Meyer Ham Consulting. Did you know that one of the biggest challenges that leaders face is getting their employees to be engaged, motivated, and producing amazing business results? At Bill Meyer Ham Consulting, we'll help you transform your workforce culture from one that might be underperforming, maybe mediocre, to achieving amazing business results. You see, we realize that your workforce culture is equally as important as your business plan and your business strategy. The two must be aligned in order for you to reach your desired business and financial goals.
Carol, hey Jim. I just got this plan that could really help with our process here.
Okay, why don't you just have a seat and let's go over it. Let us help you transform your workforce culture by leveraging your most important assets, your people. I want to know what's going on in your organization. Let us help you transform your workforce culture. Let's have a conversation.
I feel guilty that I can't always be there when Mom feels stuck at home. She was always there for us. But now she can't get out, and I'm not always available to take her places. Someone else needs to help her get around. Then I learned about Home Instead. Now Mom can do what she enjoys because her personal caregiver is there, and I can just be a daughter again.
Are you struggling to care for your loved one? We can help. Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
Up.org.
1250 winds weather center forecasts. Another cold morning to wake up to. Eventually, sunny skies warming into the mid-70s. Not so bad for the low tonight, upper 50s. We'll see those upper 70s near 80 temps return tomorrow. Impact Radio 1250 winds, WHNZ.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Winds WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And we're back to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. We're here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Live video stream available over at TampaBayRadio.com. And we're here each and every morning to inspire our listeners by sharing other business owners and community leaders' success stories and hopefully inspire you to step outside of the box and maybe start that business or get involved with that organization or do something maybe you hadn't thought you had the ability to do. For some
It's been an inspiring day.
Yeah, and some amazing stories coming out of people, and it's just very important to hear and learn from others. So this show, again, works to inspire others with a positive message each and every morning, as we always like to say, take a break from all the news, political, and sports talk with a show unlike any other program on the airwaves in the morning, and that's what That Business Show is all about, and learn more at TampaBayRadio.com. And if you've got a story that you would like to share with the community and would like to get onto the program, just visit tbsinterview.com. Let's change directions now and talk a little legal talk here with Carmen S. Bland. She's an attorney and owner of the Bland Law Firm, and learn more at that website, which is theblandlawfirm.com. So, Carmen, welcome to the program today.
Hey,
Welcome,
good morning,
Carmen.
you two.
And so this is your inaugural year of a solo practice?
Yes, I was able to hang out my shingle on November 1st, 2015. So we are in, a year and 10 days, 11 days.
Congratulations.
That's exciting.
Pretty good, yes.
So I take it you were working with a traditional attorney firm before you started your own practice?
Yes, I was. I was an assistant public defender over in Tampa for about 9 years. Thousands of clients, all kinds of cases. They run the gamut, but of course only juveniles and criminal matters. But this time I can now, focus on the civil side of things as well.
Interesting. I always wondered how difficult it is to be a public defender because they just, it seems like, and I don't know specifically, but it looks like they just overload the system and overwhelm the public defenders. And so many public defenders get a bad rap as a result of it, and they just don't have the resources to deal with it.
That is true. I mean, it's very, very high caseloads, and sometimes it was a very thankless job.
Yeah.
But on the other side, it was actually rewarding when you can help someone,
Absolutely.
especially with social services and things like that. So, after a while, I kind of got a little burnt out. But
you don't really get to choose the clients that you represent.
Not at all.
I watch a lot of Blue Bloods episodes.
right.
That's like my favorite, one of my favorite shows. I love it.
Yeah.
What is like how many cases in Hillsborough County or this area is a typical public defender maybe carrying at one time?
Well, I worked my way up to a division chief, so the office actually gave us less of a caseload. But when I was sort of the line attorney, I could have anywhere between maybe 100, 150 cases
at once
at one time, with differing stages. I mean, some are brand new, some may be ready for trial, some are getting ready for trial, things like that. But when I was a chief, I could have 60.
Did you have to then assist the other attorneys as well with their loads? So,
Right,
so you really have more. There's not assigned to you.
Pretty much, yes.
Right.
Chief,
And-
you have to always, supervise and whatnot
Right.
as well.
And to put that into perspective, a criminal defense attorney who has their own practice and that is paid, how many are they balancing at any one
Maybe
time?
10 to
Maybe
20,
10.
yes.
So as you can see, that's why you get more quality work when you hire an actual criminal defense attorney, because they can really focus on your case. But that's where the big bucks are in criminal
That's right.
defense.
Yeah, you have to have people who can pay you too. So there's round 2 of that.
Now, your law practice now, you work in elder law, criminal law. What are some of the other family law? Just tell us a little bit about your practice as it is now.
At this point, of course, with criminal law, that's where my litigious background is. And like I said, run the gamut from misdemeanors to littering to even, sexual assault, child abuse, and even homicides. I can handle all of those types of cases. As far as family law is concerned, that would be your divorces, which in Florida we call dissolutions. That's the fancy legal term.
It sounds better.
Yeah, it's still divorce. But adoptions, custody, changing timeshare plans between parents. Sometimes name changes come up, establishing paternity as well. For elder law, it's more wills and getting trusts established. Sometimes it's estate planning, which goes into sort of, do I have enough money to cover things as I age? For instance, do I want to be at home and have a home health care provider, or do I want to go to an assisted living facility or an ALF? Some of those facilities are independent living, where maybe you have a little kitchenette in your room, but as some people, you can't handle that type of thing anymore. So now you need a room that has a little more services, where maybe a nurse can come in and give you your medications and whatnot, and that would be your ALFs. Then you have skilled nursing facilities, and those are more for the people who are less and less capable of caring for themselves.
A lot to think about as you age. And
Now, as your law firm develops, are you going to begin to focus on a certain area of law? Right now, you're doing family law, elder law, criminal law. Is there a certain area of law that you want to begin to hone in on as you develop?
Yes, what I found is that my clients are kind of one-stop shopping. Someone may come in with a criminal matter, but oh, by the way, I also have this adoption I wanted,
Right.
But I do see myself focusing on elder law probably within the next 1.5 to 2 years, and getting more ingrained into that community and visiting ALFs and SNFs, the skilled nursing facilities, to know what to recommend to my clients and something that will work within their budget, and then Social Security concerns and Medicare concerns, and what we can do to,
Why elder law? Do you see that as just a marketing that is opening up and needing that?
Are you just more passionate about?
I do like to work for the little guy. Again, my background as a public defender is a test to that. But it's also something that, it's going to affect everybody at some point, whether it's you yourself, maybe an aging parent. And it's also something we all need to plan for, because sometimes, those life events, the thing about elder law, it's an umbrella term, and it's a bit of a misnomer, because anyone can become incapacitated at any point. Bad car accident, ski accident, boom, your capacity's gone. Well, who's going to take care of you? Who's going to take care of those bills and get you out of bed and those kinds of things? So some people may think that elder law means you're old, but it's not necessarily. You can be in your 30s and still
apparently
need
if
these
we
services.
keep using our Keurig machines and I keep using my
Watch
frying
those
pan
BPAs,
that I've been using, we're going to need you sooner than we thought, I think.
Sarah, stat. Come here.
So why not criminal law with the 9 years of public defense, and you're doing that? Why do you not want to go down that path?
Well, it's one of those things that I've kind of been there, done that.
Right.
And it's an area of law that, I won't say it stagnates, but it doesn't change all that much. With elder law, and especially with the baby boomers aging, I think there's 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 of them that turn 65 every day. So it is a huge field of, potential clientele. But, and as you have more and more people in that system, you're going to have way more changes to law and lobbying and whatnot. So why not get in at that ground floor and, start taking care of these people's needs?
And so you're volunteer with, what is this, Criminon?
Yes,
What is
Criminon.
this?
It's a nonprofit organization. They're building us downtown Clearwater. And what they do is they focus on lowering recidivism rates for inmates from the jails or
Define
the
that
prisons.
word, recidivism.
Yeah,
right? I can't even say that.
recidivism. Recidivism is
how I would say it.
yes, recidivism is the rate at which someone who comes out of the criminal justice system goes back into the justice system. And sometimes you'll see that as the revolving door. And sometimes, once you get your foot in that door, it sort of sucks you in and it's very hard to get out of. So the focus here is education, perhaps getting your civil rights restored. And I do seminars at Criminon on how to do that with the sealing and expunction of your criminal record, making sure you can have a job, access to housing. So hopefully those deficits in a person's life that maybe led them to criminal activity have now been met. So they're not even, stealing or using drugs or whatnot is even, an enticement for them.
Society really stacks the deck against anybody once they're convicted of a crime. It's very difficult to pull out of that. And to what resources? Is Criminon then a good resource then for maybe family members that are, affected by, crime in their family? Is that a resource for them?
Yes. Criminon can definitely get a person in touch with various other agencies that handle for instance, job placement, and maybe sometimes even giving you a skill. It's kind of hard to get back into schools and things like that once you've come out of the jail or the prison. Criminon also has programs that are run within the jails and prisons to kind of help people get their self-esteem and their self-respect back, just so that hopefully that they don't even think of criminal activity as this is what I need to do with my life right now. And as you said, it's hard to get back on the right track when you can't get a job or your family has ostracized you or, things like that. So helping them have resources, self-esteem, and of course the actual, money in your pocket, that feeling you get from a job, work day well done.
Right.
Those kinds of things would help a person hopefully just to stay away from criminal activity entirely.
Yeah, prison reform is something definitely needed across this country.
Yes.
The overcrowding issues and the way they're just put in the prison and kind of forgotten about, especially for some of the lower end crimes and stuff. And they're put in there and they could be getting educated. They could be using the skill, but they get inside the jails and they go identify with their different gangs for survival and it becomes a survival issue inside prison as much as way more so than a reformatory issue. And I'm surprised that more and more talk is not created around this at the political levels and stuff, but it definitely is a problem in our society.
It is a bit of a taboo topic. It's sort of, quote, helping the criminal, unquote, and it's kind of hard to sell that to people. But what you have to consider is, this person went into prison, but guess what? He's coming out one day, whether it's a year from now or 5-10 years from now. What is this person going to do?
There's a lot of human capital in there. And we should not just write them off just because they're in the prison system.
Exactly.
It's a shame. And the overcrowding issue, I don't know what's you may know about this. What's the crowding issue like in Florida right now? Is it still pretty bad?
I'm actually not quite sure. I know that the prisons can hold several tens of thousands of people, but I do know that they will have like work release programs or community-based programs where maybe the person can leave the the less secure type facilities, go work, maybe pay off restitution to victims and whatnot, and then return to the facility at night. There's also halfway houses where people can be released from prisons to kind of ease that overcrowding situation. But again, the purpose is get them a job.
Do they return to the facility if they're given that freedom?
Most do. Okay, if they don't, there's another charge.
Right.
And what can you do?
Well, I was going to ask, like, statistically, how many are repeated criminals? Like, how many then will get off or get out of jail and then they don't go back or?
Yeah, it kind of depends on which facility that you're at, whether you go into jail or prison, and also what type of crime.
So is there a difference, I guess?
There is, and there's also differences in the sexes as well. The recidivism rate now, if I last remember from the DOC, the Department of Corrections website, was around 47%-ish, somewhere in there.
That aren't repeated or that are. 47.
And then, of course, it goes up depending on how, what are you in there for? Is it drug possession? Typically, if they're not receiving their treatment, then most likely they're going to come back. If you're in there for some sort of violent crime and maybe you're doing a 10 to 15 year stint, you tend not to come back in.
So is a jail somewhere where someone is going temporarily for the whatever they did, and then the prison is somewhere they go once they're sentenced?
Sentenced. And also you can be sentenced to jail, but jail is more like the we're waiting trial.
Okay.
or you are able to bond out, or some people can get sentenced to jail, possibly for misdemeanor crimes, maybe 6 months, 30 days.
So they're not going to be there that long, so they stay in more of a jail.
Exactly.
Good discussion with Carmen S. Bland, attorney with the Bland Law Firm. Again, she covers areas in family law, elder law, criminal law. So if you could use her services, give her a call at 346-800-7428. 346-800-7428, or visit theblandlawfirm.com. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
If you've been following That Business Show on Facebook and Twitter, you may have noticed the quality of some of our images. That's because one of our sponsors is pro photographer Rick Taseda, a member of the Professional Photographers of America. You can view his extensive work by going to his website at ricktaseda.com or call him for an appointment to chat about your photography needs at 813-641-4757. That's 813-641-4757. 4757. Rick Taseda Visuals. Call him for your next event or project.
Savvy business owners utilize technology to connect with customers, communicate among teams, and collaborate with partners. Even with advances in technology, you all know it's not infallible. Where do you turn when your technology starts working against you? Who do you depend on to keep your team productive? Don't wait until your technology fails you. Get ahead of the crisis and contact the professionals at Alpha Computing Solutions so they can show you how to keep your technology running smoothly. Visit them online at www.alphacomputing.com.
Who doesn't have a smartphone these days? And of course, there's an app for everything. Well, almost everything. That's why the folks at Popcorn Apps started developing mobile applications. They saw people like you with genius ideas, unable to make those thoughts a reality. They develop applications for tens of thousands of dollars less than you'll find anywhere else, and will turn your idea into a reality in a matter of just a few months. Think you're not ready? Think again. They are your one-stop shop for mobile application development. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
Teresa Turner is a certified public accountant and the founder of Tax Happens, a boutique-style CPA firm providing small businesses and individuals with hands-on, personalized tax and accounting services. Although we would love to tell you how happy their clients are, we would like you to see for yourself. Tax Happens has 21 Google reviews and a 4.8-star Google rating, 17 Yelp reviews and a 5-star Yelp rating, 38 Facebook reviews and a 4.9-star Facebook rating. What sets Tax Happens apart is number 1, upfront pricing, 2, clear deadlines, 3, personally available year-round, and number 4, a willingness to empower clients to do as much or as little as they desire. Visit taxhappens.com for more information.
Have you ever tried to buy a home for your family only to find out that you don't qualify for a mortgage loan? You thought that after 20 years as a customer of your bank, they would help you when you needed it the most, right? Unfortunately, the banks of today are not the banks of our parents and grandparents, and our relationships with them just don't matter anymore. My name is Frank Cotto, and I'm the president of the Lincoln Lending Group. We all may need a bank, but we also need a Frank, and that's what I'm here to do for you today. Lincoln Lending Group will waive all of your lending fees, which include your mortgage, application fee, your underwriting fee, processing fees, and any bank points. Just call 813-MORTGAGE. You drop the E, and we'll drop the fee.
How many times have you said to yourself, I wish there was an app for that? Stop wishing and start making the world better. Turn your brilliant idea into a profitable business by using Popcorn Apps. Their affordable app design will help get your blue sky idea or proven business to the next level at a fraction of the cost of other developers. They will help you get through all the steps needed to make your thoughts become live. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
crash in Tampa on northbound 40th Street at 26th Avenue. The right lane is blocked here. Minor crash in the Palm Harbor area on westbound Curlew Road at Countryside Boulevard. Left turn lane blocked here. Traffic along the interstate's not looking too bad. Howard Franklin Bridge looks good into Tampa. Just some minor delays from the end of the bridge over towards West Shore. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson, Utica, Hillsborough traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by the Foundation for a Better Life.
While many rose up with violence, he sat down for peace. Mahatma Gandhi reached out with the strength he cultivated within his soul. So, pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Sunny and warmer, high 75. Not as cool tonight, under clear skies, low 59. Sunny tomorrow, high Wednesday 78.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And we're back to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. Talking to Carmen S. Bland, attorney with the Bland Law Firm. Learn more at that website, theblandlawfirm.com. So, Carmen, you were just married recently, so it's going to be changing here soon, right?
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I got married on the 12th.
Just this month?
Yeah, just this month.
Oh, so
yeah.
Newlyweds.
Newlyweds. So, yes, I'm going to be Carmen S. Miller very soon. I have to do all that Social Security, DMV.
All the fun stuff.
Bank, credit card. Yeah, so.
Company name, website, all that?
Yeah, we got
it all
There's
over?
going to be a whole revamp. So, yes, but I'm looking forward to the changes.
That's exciting.
Very
All right.
excited. And we
Well,
also
make
went
note
on-
of that. If you're listening to this in down the line here in a repunt run, it could be the Miller Law Firm right now. So, do you have that website reserved yet?
Not yet.
That one was probably taken.
You know,
Miller's kind of a common
probably,
name.
yeah. I'm gonna have to do something funny or special with it. So,
Right,
yes.
right. Well,
I think
congratulations
that's
on
funny.
that.
Over the weekend, Jamie was talking about we were looking for jamieandkelly.com, and he was like, "Yeah, it's not available. Somebody got married."
Yeah, there's a Jamie and Kelly that got married, and they got it both ways too. Kelly and Jamie and jamieandkelly.com.
Man, smart.
Yeah.
So.
He's like, "Yeah, somebody got married." It's kind of funny.
And also today's your brother's birthday. You want to give a shout out to him?
Yes. Happy birthday, Eric. Many more, many more.
Very
Happy
cool.
birthday, Eric.
So again, you specialize in family law, or no, I wouldn't say specialize, but you cover areas in family law, elder law, criminal law. Why did you get involved with law to begin with?
Actually watching Matlock.
Really?
Yes, it's television. I wasn't one of those people who was told early on, you just love to argue. You should be a lawyer one day. No. I actually, when I was really little, wanted to be a model, but I didn't get past 5'2", so no. But watching Matlock and seeing him crack the case, that sort of thing, and kind of getting to the quote truth unquote. I just found it very inspiring and something, I could do that. And look at what he said. And
was it everything you thought it was going to be?
No, not at all. Law is actually very, very boring.
That's what I hear from a lot of attorneys.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. Law and order. It's not. Pizzazz. It's a lot of hurry up and wait. And wait.
Yeah, a lot of letters, a lot of writing.
Yes.
A lot of paperwork.
That's
It's like, a lot of unhappy people, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Anytime you're defending someone, unfortunately, they're not typically at their best, or even in the elder when you're making preparation for a time when it's not going to be our best.
Right.
It's difficult. I would think it'd be hard.
And you work in family law.
Yeah,
too.
I have quite a few attorney friends, and you take it home with you, especially you great. Very passionate individuals that, you care about these people. No matter what they did and what they're going through, you care.
Right.
And it's really hard just to take, to separate that and go home and be a newlywed.
Right.
When you have all of this pending in your mind that you want to help these people.
And you see your clients, of course, as people, whether it's someone who's, accused of criminal activity or going through a divorce, this is still a person who maybe for the divorce was once in love with this other person, and now things are getting shattered. And how do we separate the Tupperware? Who gets the dog? You kind of have these questions that run through your head. And I know there's many a time where I'd be in the shower washing my hair and, oh no.
That's where the best ideas come from, right?
Exactly.
In the shower.
Or a glass of wine. But it's something that, it's a 24/7 kind of career. And it never really goes away, especially if you start to invest yourself.
Does it make you more hesitant to get married in a sense when you see all of the negativity around you? Or does it make you just want to keep that the love and the peace and the happiness
Yeah, it
close
just
to
sort
you.
of gives me an idea of what the warning signs are, dealing with my clients and whatnot. And okay, maybe that's something to avoid, or, something else to avoid. And, or maybe that's something I need to start doing, appreciating more and
Right.
whatnot. So I found that my career choice has actually been a good preparatory, for marriage and being wed.
Interesting.
Well, congratulations again. That's
Thank
exciting.
you. Thank you.
So I see you're also very involved in the community. Tell us some of the ways that you're involved.
Well, I'm involved with Working Women of Tampa Bay and, of course, Tampa Bay business
Thank you.
owners. The NAACP Clearwater Upper Pinellas chapter. Let's see what else. Oh, the Fred G. Minnis Senior Bar Association here in Pinellas, and the Pinellas chapter of the Florida Association of Women Lawyers. I like to keep involved, not just mix and mingle and network with lawyers, because that can kind of be a yawn as well, but try to step outside of that box, and see other people and other professions. And it's something definitely that TBBO does, and of course the NAACP does as well.
Are they also referral sources for your business, or is that
Yes.
just ways that you give back and want to get involved?
Yes, both. So it's actually sort of fulfilling for the soul, and that angle of it, and of course with marketing and networking too, and other things. The Citizens Commission on Human Rights, which is more of a mental health watchdog nonprofit that I'm also involved in. I also do some veterans pro bono work with Stetson Law School over there in Tampa, and so I try to don't spread myself too thin, but make sure that I don't have some insular thinking and only law.
Well, now that you have only 10 cases to work instead of 100 or so, now it provides more time,
It's
hopefully,
a
to
little
be
easier
involved.
now.
Right?
Yes, it is.
Now you're on the other side, though, as a small business owner. Now you're worried about getting the business.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yes.
then when you're
that
on the
overhead kind of thing I now have to deal with.
When you're a public defender, you were worried about getting too much.
Yes,
now,
exactly.
Now you got to worry about getting the business all the time and keeping it coming in. So real quick, got about a minute left. What is a good referral for you? Prefer elder law primarily, but you also do criminal and family. So.
Right. I prefer elder law. I'd like to help people sort of plan, people who aren't in that immediate crisis mode like the criminal law clients are. But help to plan, and let's see what your options are. What can you afford? What can't you afford is kind of a bigger issue as well. And if I can, pull in your kids. There are a lot of 30, 40-year-olds who do not have wills because they think, oh, I don't have to worry about that for another 20 years.
And you just never know.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Worry about it now. It's sort of that healthy paranoia.
And your location.
Healthy
where you're located
paranoia.
at.
Yes, I'm located in Clearwater off North Belcher Road. That is my office location, and set an appointment. Let's talk.
All right, and you can give her a call at 346-800-7428. Again, 346-800-7428. So Carmen Bland, good discussion. Or Miller, Carmen Miller, as it will be now going forward.
Carmen.
So. And again, attorney with, right now, the Bland Law Firm, soon to be the Miller Law Firm. Right now, the website, though, theblandlawfirm.com. Learn more about us in the program, tampabayradio.com. And if you're wondering how to get onto the program, please visit tbsinterview.com. And also, it's a member benefit of joining the Tampa Bay Business Owners. So if you'd like to learn more about the benefits, which includes the radio show, please contact me or use the form over at tampabayradio.com. It says TBBO application, and we'll get the message, or just email me, jamie@tampabayradio.com. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.